I'm actually fifth generation in Goldendale. So my great-great-grandparents moved out there in 1888. That was before Washington was even a state.
You know what's cool about a small town in Goldendale is when you go back and you see them, they're almost like friends once you graduate.
I could go through and name 20, 30, 40 of my teachers and my coaches. I think my math teachers, especially Mr. Bond and Mr. Paget throughout middle school and high school, just taught me that math could be fun and that it was cool to do STEM.
My English teacher, actually, who I did not think that I would be saying this as an adult, the writing portion, obviously I'm using writing in my career, and did not realize that all of her red markings on my papers and, giving me a hard time was going to serve me well in my adulthood.
I think we heard about Mrs. Cruz. I think in the other one, Mrs. Cruz, she was tough, but honest.
She was.
Very tough. Very tough. Turns out it has served me well. So thank you, Mrs. Cruz.
My sixth grade teachers, Mrs. Johnson and Mrs. Wanderscheid, I think they had such an incredible relationship together. And that has really helped me with how I form relationships with other women in the workplace and being able to support them and fully be myself, even if I am the only woman in a room.
He's retired now, but like Daryl Watson was my chemistry teacher. And I saw him at the Klickitat County Fair the other day, and I was with my dad, and of course he was also one of my dad's teachers. And so it's really neat just having that tight community of Goldendale.
Ted Wilkins was one of my favorites, just because, he showed a lot of, even though I didn't see what I could do, he saw it, and he pushed me to be a better person. So he was one of my favorite.
I think she's retired. I had a fifth grade teacher named Miss Lindy. She was not afraid to be vulnerable with the entire class and tell her story, even the dark parts of it. And I thought that was so beautiful, even as a fifth grade student.
Mr. Siegel, he was my band teacher. I took a step back from band my junior year so that I could swim more, so that I could do some other extracurriculars. And the support that he gave me, it makes me almost emotional. I actually have a mug from him from my high school graduation that I always think about him when I drink out of it.
I was lucky on graduation to just get a tremendous amount of support from the Goldendale community to help send me to college. And it made it so much easier and just so much less stress to go and pay for that big bill. So it means a lot to me. We still have a ranch out in Goldendale. And, once I'm done with this Navy gig, I plan to go back and raise cows and build fences.
Just the support that people give you, and the fact that they are holistically thinking about you as a human being and as someone who is going to be an adult soon. They're just amazing, amazing people.